Hey guys, so today I'm going to do the perfect palette tag. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I just thought I'd do it because I think it's really fun. There are 10 questions in the tag. Let's just jump right in. Number one is the best packaging, and this was hands down an obvious choice for me. Packaging is the Urban Decay Alice palette. This is absolutely flawless packaging. I think everything about this is really well thought out. I've seen the film, really good, and now looking at this, it all makes sense. It all completely makes sense. It has kind of the kaleidoscope flower pattern, and it has that on the back as well. And then this is kind of embossed, and then on the side it has kind of like the dripping time, the dripping clocks.
Oh no, we do have the dripping clocks, but
just not on this. This is the black and white kaleidoscope pattern, but I just think it's really well thought out. There's the dripping time kind of vibe. On the mirror it says Raw Mad here. I think that is so cute. It has this beautiful quote here: "I'm not strange, weird, off, no crazy, my reality is just different from yours." And I absolutely love that quote. And then inside this like opens up. You've probably seen this a million times, but it has a little butterfly, and this is kind of for Epsilon, the caterpillar who obviously turned into a butterfly at the end of the last film.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
But yeah, I think that's really well thought out. They just shut. I think that's just so cute. So if you can shut that, and then this is where the shadows are kept, but it has a quote here as well. "I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have changed several times since then." And I think that's really cute. Open the shadow, open the palette. Now this comes out completely from this, so if you don't want this, the shadows are just here. Love the shadows in here. I think they're beautiful. It obviously came with the brush, but that's upstairs. I think there's a really nice mix of colours in here. I love this palette for everything, and I love the checkerboard kind of vibe. Yeah, best packaging is hands down the Urban Decay Alice in Wonderland palette. I think it's amazing. So number two is best colour payoff, and the palette I've chosen for this is the Makeup Revolution Neutrals vs Neutrals palette, which looks like this. Was included in my Makeup Revolution top 10 palettes, so you've seen this before, but I love this palette. I think it's amazing. I think the shades in here, the pigmentation is incredible, and these matte shades stand out above the rest for other matte shades to me because they are so pigmented, they're so intense. So that's why I put it in for best colour payoff, because I think the intenseness of the matte shades in here is absolutely incredible. I'm going to tell you the price of everything. So this is £6.99. The Alice palette, I'm not sure if that's still on sale, but that was £42, which is quite a lot of money, but it was 100% worth it because the quality of the shadows is also amazing. Number three is most versatile palette. Now I've got two for this because I couldn't pick, because I think they're both really versatile, and I will explain my reasoning why I've picked these two in a minute. So the first one I picked is the Makeup Revolution Affirmation palette. This is one of the 32 shadow palettes, and the reason I picked this, it's not it's really beautiful, but I picked this because it has a really good mix of mattes and shimmers. There's a couple of warm tones, cool tones, and that's why I picked it. A couple of purples here. I think this is a do-it-all palette really, because it does have the nice mix of mattes, shimmers, warm, cool, and I think that you can definitely do several complete makeup looks with this eyeshadow looks, and I think the shade range is really good, so that's why I've put this for most versatile. This is £8, but I've also put in most versatile, which again is a 32 shadow palette for Makeup Revolution. This is the Flawless 2, and again I picked this one for the same reason, because it is a mix of shimmers and mattes. I mean, there are more mattes in here than shimmers, I must say, but it's very versatile. You can do anything with this. That's why I was torn between these two, because you can do pretty much everything with them. They're my most versatile, and obviously there are a lot of shades, so that's why they're very versatile. These are £8 each, like I've said. So number four is best for travelling, and this was an absolute obvious choice for me. I didn't even have to think about this, it was so obvious. One I have picked is the Makeup Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave palette. This is quite new. This is the collaboration they did with British beauty blogger, which I follow on Instagram. I followed for such a long time, and I absolutely love her, so this collaboration is amazing. I have the standard Makeup Revolution packaging. It's gold for a start, and it has this kind of thing on it. I don't know what it is, but I like it. But I like the gold packaging. I want them to do more coloured packaging, because obviously Most of their palettes are always black, so I like the gold. It kind of stands out in my collection. But I picked this for best for travelling. Let's look at the shade range in here. I think it's amazing. They're, again, mix of mattes, shimmers, there's marble kind of effect ones, and there's some blues, greens, neutrals, there's a really gorgeous peach, pinky shades, bronzy shades, purples, smokies, everything. Everything is in here. Comes with a brush as well, which is amazing. Not like a sponge tip, like an actual brush. And that's why I picked this for travelling, because it literally comes with everything in it. And I think it's perfect for travelling. It's really kind of thin and compact. Look at that, it's really thin, really compact. You would only need this palette. I think there's 30 shadows in here. Really good buy. $9.99, which is pricier for Makeup Revolution palettes, but it is 100% worth it because this palette is really, really, really good. So number 5 is Biggest Regret, and this was an easy choice for me, but I love it. If that I'm going to explain my reasoning behind why this is my biggest regret. It's the Urban Decay Naked 3.
Pause for shock, I know.
This is my biggest regret because the time I bought this, I didn't really have much money, and I checked my bank and I was like, right, I can afford it, but then I was really skint and I should not have bought it. I kind of regret buying it because of that. I shouldn't have bought it. I mean, the colours, I know you probably know what this looks like. I love this palette, don't get me wrong, like I absolutely love this palette. I think it's beautiful. I'm happy I do have it in my collection, but I do wish I had waited for a dupe because they came very quickly afterwards. I wish I'd waited because this is a lot of money. A lot of money, and when you're a student, can you really justify paying £38 for a palette? Probably not. And I do regret that I bought it, but then I don't because I absolutely love this palette. And I also hate that it's got dented. I don't know how that has happened because I take really good care of it. It's dented and I don't understand. But I do love this palette, but I do regret buying it at the same time, so it's kind of a love-hate. But number 6 is Best Colour Names. This is the only palette that I'm bringing back that fits to 2 categories, but it's my Alice palette. I picked this for Best Names because now that I've watched the film, the names make so much sense. So like Chessboard and Royal Flush, Gone Mad and Paradox and Dome Mouse and Reflection Looking Glass Hatter. I think they all just make sense to the film. I think they were all really thought out. The colours fit the names. The only colour that I would say doesn't fit the name would be Chessboard. I would expect Chessboard to be black because,
you know, chessboard is usually black and white.
But other than that, I think the colours are really well thought out, the shade names. Like Bandersnatch, which is this one here. Love it. I think the shade names in here are really, really well thought out, and I think they're very clever and they suit the film perfectly. So number 7 is Lee Stew's palette, and this was kind of a hard choice because I have used all of my palettes in my collection except the brand new ones, which I'm kind of getting round to. Stew's palette, even though it looks really messy, is the Romantic Efflorescence palette from MUA. I was so excited when this came out, like so excited when this came out, and I just haven't used it. I've used this colour here, as you can see, and I've used this black, but that was like, I've used this black for like recently. But other than that, and I've used a little bit of that purple. Other than that, the other colours have not been touched at all, which is a shame because this palette is beautiful. I know I didn't spend a lot of money on it because it's £4. Like, I got this when it was quite new, and I think I got this for free at Superdrug. I think it was like if you spend £8 you get this for free because it was brand new. Yeah, that's what happened. So I didn't pay for this, which fair enough. But I did buy £8 worth of products just so I could get it, and to say I haven't used it is just a shame because these palettes are really beautiful.
My battery's flashing up, I need to hurry up.
This palette is, again, you've seen this in my Makeup Revolution top 10 palettes, is my Naked Chocolate. I love this, I've used this so much, I think it's absolutely stunning. I think the shades in here are beautiful, I think the colours are really well thought out for the palette. Smells of chocolate, what more can you want? They blend really nicely, they're really pigmented. I think these are phenomenal, and this is $7.99 each. Next is the Most Loved palette, and this is my I Heart Makeup, this is from Makeup Revolution, the Explicit Content palette. I have used this so much. It's so beautiful. These colours here Again, the colour payoff of this is out of this world, crazy good. There's a really good shade range in here. It's great for travelling because it does have the big mirror as well. It is bright shades here, which I really don't understand why they're there, but whatever. $7.99, and you get so many colours in here. I think it's really worth the money. This is amazing. Really pigmented, really buttery, really creamy, really easy to blend.
That's all I have to say.
And the last question is Desert Island. So what palette would I take on a desert island with me? Now, any of these palettes I would take with me, but I wanted to keep it fresh, have something new that I haven't talked about in the video. The Makeup Revolution Flawless palette.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of Makeup Revolution here. They just do my favourite palettes. They hands down my favourite palettes.
This is full of neutral shades, warm neutrals might I add mostly, which are my favourites. There's some autumnal shades, some shades great for summer, highlight, there's some matte transitional shades here, fill in your brows as well with them. This just does everything. I think it's amazing because it does have such a good range, and there's a lot of shadows in here, so dip in and out of colours and mix colours together, and it just really versatile for me. And I think that I would take this on a desert island with me because it's just really good. It has the transitions, like I've said, the shimmers, everything I would need is in this palette, and I love it. And this is £8, which is also a bargain. That's everything. That's the perfect palette tag. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know the answers to your questions with your choices. I'd love to hear what your favourite palettes are. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I tag anybody to do this because it's really fun kind of thinking about what you like, what you don't like, what you haven't really used so much, and I think it's really fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.